The intensity is cranking up as the 2026 NBA playoffs roll on, and the Philadelphia 76ers are officially at a breaking point. Facing a massive hole in their first-round series against the Boston Celtics, the Sixers are looking for a miracle to avoid falling down 0-2. The major question everyone is asking is whether superstar center Joel Embiid will be available, but we have the latest updates on his injury status and what it means for the squad.
Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Recovery is the name of the game for Joel Embiid, as he continues to work through the aftermath of his April 9 appendectomy. While the 76ers are desperate for their MVP to hit the court, the reality of his recovery timeline is casting a long shadow over their entire postseason run. We are diving deep into the medical hurdles he is facing, and why the path to his return remains one of the most uncertain storylines in these playoffs. Beyond the headlines in Philadelphia, the University of Kansas is making waves with 7 former Jayhawks scattered across the league fighting for a championship. We are tracking the impact of players like Christian Braun, who is looking to secure another ring with the Denver Nuggets, and the struggles of Gradey Dick as he navigates his role in Toronto. It is an incredible look at how Jayhawk alumni are shaping the landscape of the current playoff bracket. Even with the pressure mounting, the bond within the Philadelphia 76ers remains the story to watch as rookie sensation VJ Edgecombe shares his honest perspective on his teammate. Edgecombe has made it clear that while winning is the goal, protecting Joel Embiid is the ultimate priority for the team. We have all the latest updates for you, so make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss a moment of our high-energy playoff coverage. Is this the end of the road for Philadelphia's championship dreams before they even really got started? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're looking at the grim reality facing the 76ers as they prepare for Game 2 against the Boston Celtics without their superstar, Joel Embiid. Following a brutal, history-making blowout in the opener, the news that Embiid is officially ruled out for tonight's game feels like a final nail in the coffin for this series. Embiid is still recovering from an emergency appendectomy he underwent back on April 9th. While it's encouraging that the team announced he started a strength and conditioning program, the brutal truth is that we have no clear timeline for his return. If the Sixers want him back on the court, they essentially have to keep their season alive through sheer willpower alone. And honestly, looking at their Game 1 performance, that's a massive ask. Boston dismantled Philly 123-91, the biggest opening game victory in their storied franchise history. The shooting numbers for Philadelphia were downright ugly, hitting only 39% from the field and a dismal 17% from deep. Tyrese Maxey tried his best to carry the load, but in the playoffs, you simply cannot survive if your supporting cast completely vanishes. Contrast that with the Celtics, who looked like a well-oiled machine, shooting 50% and moving the ball with clinical precision behind a combined 51 points from Tatum and Brown. The data doesn't lie. When Embiid is on the floor, the Sixers are nearly 10 points better per 100 possessions. Without him, they're looking at a 14-point deficit in the betting markets for tonight. It's hard to imagine a path forward, but in the NBA, miracles have happened before. Do you think Philly can steal a game in Boston, or is this a sweep waiting to happen? Drop a comment below and let me know your take. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more postseason coverage. Sometimes, even the best teams realize that a championship run isn't just about talent. It's about timing, and right now, the clock is ticking loudly for the 76ers. Is the Philadelphia 76ers championship window slamming shut before our eyes? If you are a Philly fan, you might want to look away. Game 1 against the Boston Celtics was a total disaster, and now, heading into Game 2, the team's biggest question mark is the one that has plagued them for years: the health of Joel Embiid. Let's be honest, when Embiid is on the floor, he is a force of nature, a true difference maker. But we all know the story by now. Availability is the best ability, and lately, Joel just hasn't been available. So why is he on the sidelines tonight? It is not your typical load management or a minor tweak. Embiid is currently recovering from an appendectomy. That is right. The star center had surgery on April 9th, and while the NBA injury report lists him as out, the real concern is the timeline. Some experts suggest the average recovery for an NBA player after this procedure is roughly 23 days. If we do the math, that doesn't put him back in uniform until early May. With Game 7 scheduled for May 2nd, the 76ers are staring down the barrel of a potential sweep or a series exit before their star even has a chance to lace them up. Do they risk rushing him back to save the season, or do they accept the reality that their playoff hopes might be fading as fast as their star's recovery? It is a heartbreaking situation for a team that desperately needs their MVP. What do you think? Should the Sixers push Embiid to return early, or is it better to protect his future at the risk of losing this series? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more deep dives on the biggest stories in the NBA. At the end of the day, basketball is a game of stars, but in Philadelphia, the stars always seem to be aligning against them. The road to the NBA Finals is paved with grit, glory, and for fans of Kansas basketball, a whole lot of familiar faces. This year, 7 former Jayhawks are battling in the postseason, each chasing that elusive championship ring. Let's break down who's in the hunt and who's facing an uphill climb. We have to start with Christian Braun. He's the only former Jayhawk with a shot at becoming a multiple-time champion this year, and for good reason. Despite battling ankle injuries that cost him 38 games, Braun remains the heartbeat of the Nuggets' perimeter defense. His chemistry with McCullar Jr is nothing short of telepathic. Whenever Jr is running the show, Braun is there making those perfect cuts. If you're looking for a safe bet to walk away with hardware, Braun is your guy. Then there's Gradey Dick, whose season was a bit of a roller coaster. His numbers took a dip, but don't let the stats fool you. He was largely squeezed out by a crowded roster in Toronto. For Dick, this offseason is critical. He needs to rediscover that elite shooting stroke that made him a lottery pick. He's young, he's got the frame, and a fresh start might be exactly what he needs to unlock his potential. Now the Philadelphia 76ers are basically a Jayhawk reunion. Joel Embiid, Quentin Grimes, and Oubre Jr are all in the mix, though the circumstances are messy. Embiid's talent is generational, but his health remains his greatest opponent. After emergency surgery, his availability against Boston is a massive question mark. Meanwhile, Quentin Grimes and Oubre Jr have both found new life in Philly. Oubre, in particular, has transformed from a nomadic scorer into a vital, high-efficiency role player. He'll have his hands full trying to contain Jason Tatum, and honestly, the Sixers will need a miracle to push past the Celtics without a healthy Embiid. Rounding out the crew, McCullar Jr is getting his feet wet with the Knicks. He's providing solid depth, though he likely won't move the needle much in their series against a dangerous Hawks team. And while Andrew Wiggins had a solid season for the Heat, their playoff run ended abruptly in a heartbreaker. It looks like he'll be staying put with that player option, but don't be surprised if his name pops up in trade rumors before long. So, who do you think has the best chance to hoist the trophy? Is Christian Braun destined for ring number 2, or will the injury-plagued Sixers pull off an upset for the ages? Drop your predictions in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that like button if you're proud of the Jayhawks representing on the biggest stage. Whether they're starters or reserves, these players are proving that the Kansas standard travels well to the pros. Thanks for watching, and keep your eyes on the court. The playoffs are just getting started. Imagine your entire season hanging by a thread, and your biggest weapon is stuck in a hospital bed. That is exactly the reality facing the Philadelphia 76ers right now. They are locked in a brutal first-round playoff showdown against the Boston Celtics, and without Joel Embiid, it has been an absolute nightmare. Game 1 was a statement beatdown, a 123-91 disaster that proved exactly how much this team relies on their former MVP. With Embiid still recovering from an emergency appendectomy, the silence surrounding his return date is deafening. Even 76ers rookie sensation VJ Edgecombe isn't holding back about the uncertainty. When asked about a timeline, the 3rd overall pick kept it brutally honest. He simply doesn't know. But here is the perspective that really matters. Edgecombe isn't just looking at the scoreboard. He is looking at the human being behind the jersey. He made it clear that while the Sixers are desperate to save their season, nobody is looking to rush Embiid back to the floor. It is a refreshing take in a league often blinded by the win-at-all-costs mentality. Health isn't just a priority. For the Sixers, it is the only thing that actually matters, because a championship run is impossible if your star center isn't at 100%. As the team heads back to TD Garden for a must-win Game 2, Edgecombe has to shake off the jitters of his debut and step up. Can the young core bridge the gap, or is the Sixers' season slipping away before it truly begins? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think the Sixers can steal a game in Boston, or is this series already slipping away? Hit that subscribe button for more updates, and remember, in the playoffs, it is not just about who plays, it is about who is left standing when the dust settles.